Welcome to Trailblazers and Coffee, your podcast for elevating women in leadership, with your hosts Dr. Christina Pecora and Dr. Abby Brown.
Hey everyone, I'm Abby here with Christina, and we're so happy to welcome you to episode 1 of Trailblazers and Coffee.
Today and every day, we will check in with each other about what's in our coffee cups, as well as our blazer moods. The title of this podcast came about because we were at a conference and spotted each other across the room wearing these epic blazers. We had to compliment each other. We'd already been talking about doing the podcast, and our loves of blazers and coffee were part of the inspiration. All right, this is so easy.
Take one.
Take one! Abby, what do you have in your cup today?
What do I have in this gorgeous coffee mug here? I have some cider and good old bourbon. What about you?
Yes, I also have cider and bourbon. Hot cider and bourbon, to be specific. Because
it's perfect.
Today is a great day for a hot toddy. We are sitting here in Chicago, Illinois. It is 50 degrees, but it's colder in my house because I keep my house cold.
It really is cold in here.
It really is. Truly. But I also just shut the
wonderful
windows.
that we are together today on this gorgeous December day. Spring day.
Yes. Oh my gosh. It does feel like March, though, out there.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's start off by talking about how the hell this podcast came to be.
Yes, absolutely. So, in my memory, we were at the most recent convention for the Illinois Psychological Association together. And, we were just gabbing back and forth, as we do, because we're so much alike. And we were just kind of riffing off of each other. And we realized, I think it was your idea. You're like, we should do a podcast.
That was such a great idea, Abigail.
Abigail.
Oh, yes. Yes, because, well, every time I see you at one of these conferences, we are both wearing fabulous blazers. And I was thinking maybe we could talk for a moment, because our listeners are going to really want to know about this. Let's talk about our favorite blazers on the planet.
I love it.
Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you, because clearly I'm just thrilled to discuss this. Mine is my bright red J. Crew blazer. It's wool material, and I have it in camel and navy and black as well. I have a whole closet of them.
Awesome. This sounds like a closet I want to see someday.
Come on over. Tell me about materials, fabrics. What do you love? What's your ideal blazer?
Oh my God. Okay, so my favorite blazer is a wool blend or whatever. Also from J. Crew.
Oh, hello, J. Crew. You want to sponsor us?
Exactly, J. Crew, if you're listening. It is gray, so like a gray herringbone, light gray, dark gray. It has this lovely ruffled pop collar on it. And I love a good lining. I love a good lining.
I do.
And this one is actually just plain gray, but where they hide the stitching, so I don't know what that's called, but there's lovely hot pink piping in it.
Hot pink piping?
Yep.
Give me that in a glass of cider, I tell you.
Fantastic. So yeah. So for this podcast, we'll definitely share our love of blazers, and also coffee, and also other beverages that you can drink in mugs.
Yes.
But Abby, also, how did our friendship begin? I feel like the people want to know that.
I think that they do. Well, we both were selected to be a part of a leadership development program. At the time, I was the president-elect of the Illinois Psychological Association.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that how we met?
That is exactly how we met. And this leadership development program, which it was not just for women, but was populated by 95% women. I think that there was only one man in our class. Was a very small group, and I have to say I was super impressed that you would even be a part of it, because you were already president-elect. You already had a super leadership position.
I'm impressed too.
Right? Right?
Yeah, no, I really believe that you don't know what you don't know, and it was such a great space for me to try out new things and have you all as a sounding board.
Right.
So that's where we met, and it was COVID, and we had no idea that this program would happen in the way that it did, and my goodness, our crew did not meet in real life for probably a year and a half later.
For real,
maybe.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Long
started
time.
in 2020.
That's like January 1?
Right. Yeah, and we were 100% virtual. We did not meet all together in person until 2023.
No.
Yeah. It was October 2023 because I came home I was in DC at the time, and I came home to run the marathon. We were all at
That's right.
the leader, Dr. Fayner-Chia's house. Yeah.
That's right.
It's crazy.
And we were a little family.
And we were, an instant little family.
Instant.
Really. How do you not bond? So anyway, our own leadership experiences have driven us to try to focus and highlight other women's leadership experiences. We know that leadership for women is tough. It's tough out there. It's tough in this day and age. At this time, it is 2024 in the United States, and it is powerfully, powerfully difficult to be a woman and to feel secure enough to go after those leadership positions. So when we were talking about having a podcast, we thought, hey, let's highlight women that we know that we don't know from our profession to vastly other and different fields. And let's give space to women's voices.
That's right. Trailblazers.
Trailblazers, right? And also our love of blazers and coffee.
That's right.
Yes.
So before we launch into this interview, we want to take a minute to say how excited we are to have this particular guest as our first guest. We were so honored and flattered that Dr. Margo Jacquot made time to speak with us about her leadership journey. And we think, we know you are going to enjoy this. Oh my goodness, we have Dr. Margo Jacquot here today. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome. And we wanted to take a moment just to talk about how we know Margo.
I like that.
How do we know you?
How do we know each other? No.
So we're all psychologists. We know each other from our work with the Illinois Psychological Association.
And Margo has really been an influence on me in terms of leadership as a professional in private practice, because Margo heads up one of the largest private practices in Chicagoland and I think the nation.
Is that right?
You've got the stats.
Privately owned by one person, yes.
Wow.
Damn.
But
Damn.
wait, you've got the statistics because I don't even think I said them correctly.
Okay, let's try this again. Let's see, Dr. Jacquot, she owns one of the largest therapist-owned mental health practices in the country. Does that sound right?
I don't know if it's in the country. Definitely in Illinois.
Well, there's a good chance it's
in the country.
It's in the country. So we will fact check this later at a later time.
Yeah.
So tell us about you.
About me. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. What a delight.
So happy to have you.
To be your first guest. What an honor. And two women who I adore and whom I've had the joy of watching as leaders yourselves. So about me.
Yes.
Yes, I'm the owner and CEO and director of the Juniper Center, which is one of the largest practices, and I'm going to brag on myself
Please.
a bit.
That's what we want.
That's what we're
Right?
here for.
Because women, as we know, ladies, we do not brag on ourselves enough. So I'm going to brag on myself a little bit because I want us all to do that.
Yes. Perfect.
So-
You're the perfect first guest.
Wonderful. So I am, so the practice and I have won several awards, and the awards have mostly been in entrepreneurship. So from Chicago Business Journal, I think was 2016, 2017 was a Stevie Award for women entrepreneurs with businesses from 11 to 2,500 employees.
Wow.
Was stunning.
That
was
sounds like
it's
a
like
large
my
range.
little Oscar. It was wonderful. Big ceremony.
I love that for you.
Right? It was wonderful. We've won 2 Inc. 5000 fastest growing business, been named to Crane's Chicago business for entrepreneurship. So just thank goodness, very, very fortunate over and over and over again to have these kinds of opportunities to, certainly I appreciate it, and I'm going to, as I said, I'm going to brag on it for myself, but it also helps me highlight my team. So when I did my acceptance speech for the Stevie Award, I kid you not, I'm like sitting 5 miles back and had to run up to the front and had prepared nothing because I was positive I wasn't going to win anything. And on the plane out there, like, maybe I should prepare. No, I'm not going to. Anyway, but what came to me, the first thing that came to me was all of the women who had stood next to me. I didn't have women behind me. I didn't have women under me. I had all these amazing women next to me. And that was how I envisioned our team, and I still do, even though there's men. But I still envision us all sort of, kind of standing side by side. So that is my business, which is wonderful. I'm also, I think of myself as an entrepreneur. When somebody asks, what do you do? I'm a psychologist, but I'm an entrepreneur. I am a consultant. I do consulting with business owners all over the country. That's really fun. I'm an author with a book in process. Hasn't gotten there yet, but
Nice.
I have a contract with a company, a publisher that has picked it up.
Yep, we're buying copies.
Excellent. Well, you don't have to buy them. Maybe if you're good, I'll give you a couple of copies. But
We'll see.
and I'm a speaker, and then I do governance for our state psychological association. So lots of wonderful opportunities to meet other women who are amazing. So this was delightful to be invited here.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I feel like you are overqualified to sit in that seat, but we appreciate you.
Well, thanks for letting
What
me
was
sit
she
here.
thinking?
Anyway, I know, right? No, thanks for letting me sit here.
And when you were honored for entrepreneurship, what did that mean? Like, how did they define it, and what were you honored for?
Yeah, so entrepreneurship is, so the two of you could technically be entrepreneurs, right? Because you own your own business, so that's small business ownership, right?
Yeah.
Entrepreneurship, I think, is typically thought of as also being someone who employs people, and the official definition says, and you assume a large amount of risk,
Oh, funny.
which whenever we start hiring people, as we know right away, we assume a large amount of risk. So entrepreneurship is that. It's having a business, employing people, and assuming a fair amount of risk for the business. And risk, from where I sit, is something that women can be afraid of, and that we have to get much better at dancing with.
And why? Why do you think that?
Because we don't get anywhere without it. Because, a lot of the business decisions, or I think any decisions, but a lot of business decisions require us to not think too much and to just jump, right? I think effective entrepreneurs or business owners are super nimble. We make decisions quickly. We don't overthink. We don't get mired in the weeds, right? We move. So being able to do that, I think, is critical.
Definitely. And so you've been honored as a risk taker and somebody who assumes a lot of liability.
Indeed, right? Yes, right. That you don't make it sound quite as glamorous, but yes, that's exactly right.
We'll stick with
That's
entrepreneurship.
Right. That's right. Yes, that is right.
Okay, so Margo, considering all of that, what's the one piece of advice that you have to share to other women leaders? I feel like you kind of just said, don't be afraid of risk, but you can elaborate on that, or you can think of something else.
Well, that's, I think that's a big one. Don't be afraid of risk, and don't be afraid to act. Follow your heart. Follow what's important to you. Leap. Jump as high as you can. So I would say that would be a big one. And again, my window into this is a lot of these women that I am doing business consultation for, and almost universally, fear holds them back. And I can see it. I can see the next thing they need to do, and they think I'm just being a smarty pants. I can see it. They can't do it because they're afraid. So if we can trust ourselves and get out of our own darn way, we're going to be able to get where we want to go. But so the piece of advice is take the leap. Don't get mired in your fear.
Have you ever gotten any feedback that wasn't helpful to you, or any consultation guidance that you would not pass along to other women who are hoping to be entrepreneurs like you?
Yes, quite a bit.
Do tell.
Well, so one piece of advice, and I was thinking about this earlier today, actually. This was bad advice, and is it advice? How do we learn about who we are, and is it okay to be big? Is it okay to take risks? Do we have to stay small? And I remember when I first started my practice, and I was salty about this for a long time. My father said to me, so when your business fails, not if, when your business fails, you come to Daddy. And I walked out of his house. I will not repeat what I said under my breath. I had the wisdom to not say it to him. He was still a lot bigger than I was. But and it took me, I kid you not, decades to realize that it was his fear that I was going to get too big and I was going to not need him anymore. That was it. And so we get told, stay small, stay dependent. So we'll need them, whoever they are, right? So that, I don't know if that counts as advice. That was horrible advice. When things fail, which how many times have we been told one way or another as women, you have to stay small, don't go too far, make sure that you don't take risks that are unnecessary. And so people don't move.
Well, perhaps it's just asking yourself, where did it come from, and whose bullshit comes with it?
Well, exactly. And it was his, right? He was afraid.
So in that moment, how did you find the strength to take the leap? Or where was your heart leading you so that you could do that and not and tell him off or whatever, but not feel that fear?
Well, one could say I don't have a lot of sense sometimes, but I like to think of it as that I trust myself, and I don't quite know where. Well, no, that's not true. I do know where that came from. Actually, I'll just take all the credit for it. But my mother, on the other end of the spectrum, came from this little itty bitty town in Kansas. She wanted to go to college. Nobody in her family went to college. She just went.
Wow.
Just did it. She worked 2 or 3 jobs, went to college, did her thing. She wanted to be an actress, so she got herself on a train and came to Chicago. Didn't know anybody here. She just did it. And so she was very adventurous, really encouraged us to be adventurous. Unfortunately, she got herself kind of trapped in this very traditional marriage. But a lot of the messages were go do, go and be. And so that, I'm sure, from just amniotic fluid on, was the encouragement and the rocket fuel for me to go and do that. And I'll tell you, she died young. It has been, in part, my gift to her, was to go and to do and to be big and to accomplish the things she just didn't get to.
Wow. That is so beautiful.
It's really special.
Thank you. Oh.
Yeah, she was an amazing human.
Sounds like she was even more than a role model, but what a good role model.
Yeah. And it took me a while to tease that apart. So folks who are listening, to your point, right, going back and doing that work, and it's easy to say as a psychologist, please come and see all of us, but the idea is understanding where we got those messages. Because none of this was super apparent. You have to go back and sort of sift through a lot of rubble to get to that point and to say, oh, he wasn't being an ass. He was afraid. Oh, okay. Oh, well, you got yourself into this trap of a traditional marriage that you really didn't like very much. But you gave us all these little messages about go and do. So really being able to pick that out and sift through that is mission critical.
Wow.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So she really propelled you into the universe of entrepreneurship.
She did.
Yes.
She did.
So Margo, we wanted to know if there were any interesting experiences working with women along the way that were of note.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you one from the beginning of my career and one from last year. So that spans a few decades. So when I had graduated with a bachelor's degree in psychology, and what does one do with that? Well, I went and worked at a private psychiatric hospital for, below minimum wage, I think. So yeah, that was joyous. So I remember speaking to the head of the social work department, and I was thinking, what should I do? Should I become a psychologist? Should I become a social worker? What route should I take? And she said, her name was Marcia Knudsen, I will never forget. She said, go where the power is. Go where the choices are.
What did that mean?
And that meant to be a social worker, you would always be answering to somebody else. To be a psychologist, you would be the doctor. She said, go be the doctor.
Wild.
Wow.
Which was amazing. And because at that point, I thought what the social workers did was really cool. But she was talking about don't limit yourself. She said if she had it to do over again, she would have made a different choice. So I went all the way,
That's
as they said in
incredible.
Jerry Maguire.
I'm feeling like your story is a story of great role models. What's the most recent one, though?
Yeah, this was just last year. So I have the real pleasure of feeling at times a bit like a big fish, right, in the pond around here. And I belong to an organization called the Women's Presidents Organization, and it's women it's across the country, and you have to have a certain, you have to have like $1 million threshold. You cannot be a part of the organization if you don't have $1 million in revenue. And that was in the rearview mirror several years ago for us. I was like, look at us go, which in mental
Show me the
health.
money.
Right, show me the money, right?
I'm just staying on theme with Jerry Maguire.
I like it, exactly, that's right. Exactly. Well done.
Thank you.
Dr. Brown. Well done. So I went to this. I'd never been to this conference before, but I knew the women in my group. I mean, we don't show our bank accounts or anything, but I kind of know from the jobs that they have, they're huge. And that I don't find to be intimidating. It feels inspiring to me. So anyway, I went to this convention and they honor the 50, I don't know if it's the 50 fastest growing or the 50 women to watch. I should know this because I belong to this organization, whatever.
Okay.
There's 50 people that they honor. These women had these multi-million-dollar businesses. One woman was on the stage. She had $1 billion business. And they had just scaled it, just took it from nothing and scaled it to multi-millions, like tens of millions to billions. And I sat in that audience and I had a moment like, what am I doing here? Oh my gosh. And I thought, all right, so I can be jealous, schmellis. I can feel like I don't belong. I can get jealous or I can get busy. And I decided I'm going to get busy.
Yes.
And so I set new goals for myself.
Nice.
And started mapping out what I would need to do and what the business would need to do to get there. And that's what I've been doing.
Are you telling me that you have $1 billion business?
I will. I don't know.
There's nothing stopping her.
There's nothing
I
stopping
know.
me.
Nothing's
I do
out.
not have $1 billion business. I mean, in healthcare, good luck to us. But we eclipsed what we had hoped we would this last year.
That's
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Yes.
you.
That's so exciting.
Thank you.
And I feel like you're also telling us about your goals, right?
Right.
Right. You
Well,
need to
and-
have financial goals.
And it sounds like you kind of took what could have been jealousy and morphed that into being inspired by these women.
Exactly. Or I could have just felt like I don't belong. I'm too little, which that was not going to happen. And the goal is financial for sure. I mean, we all have to be okay with making money. There's nothing wrong with doing business and doing it ethically and giving good care to people and making some money for yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? There's nothing, which again, women can, especially in healthcare, it's like, wow, what's the matter with you? I can't tell you how many times people have said that to me about expanding my practice and my business. Like, wow, why are we getting so big? Is it greed? You don't have enough money yet?
Wow.
Like, would you say that to a man?
No.
Never in a million years.
No.
Not at all. But the more, so yes, do I want more? I'll be honest, yes, I do. But I can also do more. So we started a not-for-profit, which I'd really wanted to do, but you have to have money to do that. I had to take $50,000 to start a not-for-profit. Where's that going to come from?
Right.
Right? So you have to have the money to do the things you want to do. So we can also do the good we want to do and do more of it. And we can get that car we want.
Amazing. Tell me about this not-for-profit.
So this has been a goal for a long time because we would get calls, I'm sure it happens to all of us. It happens to all of us where, you get a call from somebody and they'll say, but I have Medicaid. And you think, oh my gosh, my 2 pro bono spots, because I have bills too, are already full. I'm sorry, I can't take you. Or, whatever else the call is about. They have the wrong insurance. They have no money. And it would break my heart sometimes, because we keep track of all of those calls. And I'd meet with my access team, and they'd say, well, we got this call and that call and the other call, and we can't take them. There's nowhere to send them. They have children. The woman's crying on the phone. She doesn't know where to send her children. And I thought, enough of that. Enough. I can't take it. I don't like that. So I was trying to figure out how we could start a not-for-profit, and I realized I needed startup capital. I've never taken on a partner. I do not have an investor. I don't want it. I want to make the decisions myself. I don't want somebody else with another agenda in the driver's seat. That's it. So I got a team together at work, consulted with several people who told me I couldn't do it. You can't do it from a tax perspective. You're a for-profit. You can't own a not-for-profit. All the reasons I can't do it. And I said, yes, I will. So I found a way to do it. And we've started a not-for-profit arm that serves people who are those people who either have Medicaid or some insurance that we don't take, or they have no money or nothing at all. They have no insurance of any kind. And we use really well-trained interns who are trained in a DEI model. Yes, DEI, folks. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging.
Very pro DEI here
Very
at
pro DEI.
Trailblazers and Coffee.
That's the only reason I'm here. No, you two are the reason I'm here. But so we use some of our fully licensed clinicians, but also we have people who are interns who are being trained in how to provide this kind of work. Because most graduate schools don't train us in how to work with people who have no resources. So it's some case management and it's therapy as well. And it's amazing. So we have a counter now that we're doing where, because we have to, it has to be proof of concept. We've gotten some donations now from some decent-sized donors. No, decent-sized donations from donors. And to get donations, you have to have proof of concept, right? So now we have a counter of how many dollars worth of services have been given for people for free. So that's what we're trying to count at this point. So right now we have 5 interns, we have 5 people on the board who are seeing people, and I think at this point we've served probably 70 people, 75 people, and given them free therapy. And these are people who just wouldn't have had it otherwise. So
this is amazing.
That's delightful to me. So if we can get those donors who would give us the money to really make this thing take off, I have big visions for that too.
We'll make sure that we connect our listeners with you so they can donate.
Wonderful. Yes. Please do, folks. $5. We just said people, $5 goes a long way.
Definitely. Wow. This is incredible, and I'm so inspired. But I'm also very curious. So I had this moment earlier last year where I was thinking about my professional goals and realizing that I had hit them all.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's amazing.
Thank you so much. This isn't about me though, but I feel like you at some point in your life have maybe been in the same position. How do you set bigger goals once you achieve the smaller ones?
What a great question,
It is a
Christina.
really great
That's
question.
A really
and
good
it's not
question.
even on our list here.
Right. I'm impressed. No, that's a good question. Well, I'm not one who ever has a shortage of ideas. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I have to have some discipline about what I will let myself do.
Same.
And I have people around me who will rein me in, because I am the queen of ideas, right? But it takes money and time and other resources and people, and I have to have all of those things. So once we reach something like the not-for-profit, up and running, going, that plate's spinning, I've stepped back, other people are now doing that. The practice, pretty much, I'm not involved in day-to-day operations anymore. Those plates are all spinning. I meet with this group, I advise this group, and on I go. And then I have my clients and I have my consultation stuff that I do. So once I do that, there is this little itch. It's this entrepreneurial wild hair of other things I want to do. And so at this point in my life, I'm trying to decide what is the next thing.
Oh, that's so exciting. Please keep us posted.
I will. We'll have to do another episode on it.
Yeah, season 2.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Season 2.
So we're going to ask you one more question, and then we have a little surprise for you. So, of course, because here at Trailblazers and Coffee, we like surprises.
In addition to some really cool swag that we gave her.
It is cool swag, folks. If you can get on this podcast, please do. You will be impressed.
It'll be available for purchase before you know it.
URL. No, kidding. Okay, so this is one
Oh,
question.
no, you are going to sell it on Tiny URL.
For sure.
Please
it's just
go
not
to
out there yet.
TinyURL.
I don't want to advertise something that's
Keep an eye out, folks, on Tiny URL. You will get their swag.
fantastic. Thank you. See, everyone, everybody needs a teaching moment of how to market yourself. Don't be afraid. We're going to ask one question to everyone, and this will be a familiar question to you as a therapist, but what's one thing that we haven't asked you that you are dying to talk about, or that you really think women leaders out there need to know from you?
So be competitive.
Okay, we're so in.
Okay?
Okay, explain. Elaborate.
Be competitive. Women are not allowed, generally speaking. Maybe you can run track in high school, but we're not really allowed to be competitive as adults. And we should be, right? So I think of competitive not as I am going to knock you out of the way. It's I see where you're going. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to compete with you. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to sit in this room of women and think I'm too small. I'm going to get my ass in gear.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do the next thing. I'm competing against me, right? But I'm going to follow you. I'm going to find those women who are doing the amazing things that I want to do, and I'm going to follow them. I'm going to figure a different way to do it, a way that works for me, something that's important to me. So run with those big dogs and beat them to the goal.
I love this so much. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
I'm so glad that we have the surprise that we have for you because you're so inspirational.
Oh,
I really can't wait to tell you about this surprise.
please do. Me neither now.
It's such a good idea. And it was Christina's idea, but I thought it was so good. As we talked more and more about it, I thought it was my idea. I took it on. I was like, this is so good. And I forgot that it actually came from Christina. This thing seems to be a theme that happens. But
we can share the credit. No problem.
So what we did is we actually asked some of your employees, what makes you a great leader?
Oh my, you're trying to make me cry. Oh my gosh.
And so,
which doesn't happen very often, so, watch out.
All right, let's see if we can make the big dog cry. And it was really a wonderful experience to hear from some of the people that you work with.
What a brilliant idea.
Thank you.
Yes, it was Christina. So we're going to just read a couple of things and take it in, and then we'll ask you how you feel. I have known Margo for almost 25 years. She is my mentor, and I feel so grateful and blessed to be a part of the Juniper Center family. She is a great leader because she wants all of us to win. This person said that you are the type of leader described in the book Good to Great by Jim Collins. I looked it up, and a level 5 leader is described as having a powerful mixture of personal humility and indomitable will. Ambitious, but it's for the organization first and foremost. So that's quite high praise.
Oh my goodness, that's phenomenal.
Oh, this is just a start. Margo is a bold and visionary leader who empowers others to excel both professionally and personally. Margo is one of the great ones. She leads from the heart, and that is apparent in everything she does.
Oh, wow. Thank you for asking that.
We have more.
Oh my God. You're trying to do me in.
Margo's primary concern is for her staff, always. She hosts bi-weekly coffee and chat sessions with therapists. She attends our weekly staff meetings. She makes time for one-on-one touch bases with most, if not all, of our team. The fact that she is so connected and accessible is one reason that the Juniper Center has relatively low turnover, roughly a third of the industry average. That's a great statistic.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Margo can always be counted on to do what she says she will do. She takes her commitments very seriously, and on the rare occasion that she cannot accommodate a request or deliver in a timely manner, she is first to take accountability.
She's charismatic. She is well known through the professional community of psychology. And I've heard Margo referred to by her colleagues as legendary, incredible, and a real badass.
Gotta be a badass.
Always.
Margo, you are such an inspiration. I'm so glad that you were here today with us. And I'm so glad that people will hear more about your story and what's inspired you so that they can be inspired themselves.
What was that like to hear some of those quotes from some anonymous employees at the Juniper Center?
Right? I mean, I'm almost speechless, which rarely happens. That means everything to me, right? It's that mirror back. That's exactly what I want to have happen, is that people feel cared about. They feel seen, they feel valued, they feel heard. That is what I want. So I'm giving a talk tomorrow about culture, and it's the mirror, right? It's the mirror of who we are if we're doing it right, if we can hear what people have to say, if we can take that in and do something with it. So that there's nothing I love the swag, really, and that in addition is just over the top, so amazing, good. And spending time with the two of you. Oh. So thank you. What a lovely, lovely, amazing gift.
Oh, we're honored to have you.
So
it means the world.
Mm-hmm. And I hope that, hearing all of this means that you achieved another one of your goals.
It does.
Good.
Yeah, thank you. Mm. It does, because I don't ask people, and I should.
Yeah.
I should.
Resolution. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Margo.
Thank you.
This was so fabulous. You did it.
All right, we need pop some champagne.
I wish we had champagne.
I know. I should have brought
That's
some.
a real faux pas. Wow.
All right.
Well, that would have been a nice way to commemorate.
And we're out. During Coffee Break for the Brain, we will take a quick moment to share some mental health tidbits with you. Perhaps an article, a fun fact, a coping skill, or a major moment in history to reflect on. So pour your cup and take a listen. In this week's Coffee Break for the Brain, I'm going to be talking about an article that came out recently by the American Psychological Association, the APA, called Looking at Barriers to Care in a Changing Practice Environment. They surveyed a number of practicing psychologists and asked all different kinds of questions about all different kinds of issues related to being in the field of mental health, and primarily in private practice, asking about insurance issues. What makes it hard to take insurance? Why don't you take insurance? And basically what makes it hard to do the job as a therapist. So what stood out to me is some information that was gleaned about early career psychologists. What is an early career psychologist, you might ask? Well, it is anyone that's within this 10-year period post-graduating from their doctorate. And what they found is that these early career psychologists are quite burnt out. And it's likely due to their clients really going through it, really having a hard time. And therefore, these psychologists are reducing their caseloads. What that means is that they're seeing less clients. The other interesting tidbit is that our more seasoned later career psychologists are also reducing their caseloads, perhaps for different reasons. They're looking to retire and they're slowly making that transition. Why does this matter for you, you might ask? Well, here's what we know. There's lots of wait lists, and if therapists can't keep up with the demand for care, this very well could impact your ability to see somebody quickly. So why do Christina and I care? Because we want you to get seen, and we want our colleagues in our profession to be in a position to do their jobs well, to get paid what they're worth, and not sacrifice themselves in the process. Everybody wins.
For more information on today's guest, check out the show notes for this episode. Thanks for joining us.